Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. How are you? Here we are. It's Monday, start of a brand new week. What a day it's been. If you have missed the shows today, do make sure you go back and have a watch because they've been fun, lots of fun. We're celebrating today as well. I'm sure you knew already, I'm sure it's in your calendar. National Ballpoint Pen Day today. It was certainly the first thing that I thought about this morning when I walked out. The thing is, there is literally a national day for everything, but we're celebrating National Ballpoint Pen Day today, and it's good in all seriousness. If you're shopping with us over the course of the day today, spend 10, get a pen. Yeah, I can't sort of tell you which pen it will be, but you will get a free pen added to your order when you spend 10. I know people have been coming back, placing multiple orders, which is marvellous, which is more pens. And to celebrate that fact, it's all about the pens today. We're doing a giveaway in the show as well. We've already had 2 winners today already on our glue pen set. All you've got to do in this show is send us a little message through, send us a comment like you would normally do, and we will pick one commenter at the end of the show to win this set. We've been focusing today on books, authors. What did we say the topic was going to be for this show, Nicola? I'm a bearer of... yeah, that was it. During this show, I mean, feel free to chat as normal, but I want, please, your suggestions of great holiday reads. Seeing as, yes, I am going on holiday in 5 weeks' time, off to Turkey, just on holiday. So what do we need to be reading? What do I need to read? What's your favourite holiday read? Send in your suggestions, please, and we could be sending you those pens at the end of the show. Now, masterclass, yes, we are talking all about the template libraries. We've still got one of the template libraries in stock for you, which I'll tell you more about in just a second, but we've had a fantastic day with Leanne, and it is from one L to another L. Leanne has tagged out and tagged in is the wonderful Lilly Fletcher. How are you? How was your weekend? You were busy, weren't you?
I have had a very busy couple of weeks, I have to say. I was down at Hobby Maker Wednesday through Saturday last week, got home on Saturday afternoon, 5-hour journey. It flew by, but that last train was pretty busy. One of those where you can't really get out your seat. But yeah. I'm back. I'm back at CTV as well today, which I'm super excited about, and tomorrow for another show. But very excited because you guys at home probably know I love the template library. Was very excited when we got those back in stock just a few weeks ago, and to be able to have an hour masterclass with you guys at home, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fast paced as well, so we've only got the hour. And hopefully, if you've not got that red template library, now's your chance to get yours. Yeah, absolutely right. And the great thing about these as well, of course, I know we had the other template libraries, the original template libraries, and the bolt-ons as well. It's nice if you've got the full set, Lily, right? But if you just pick this one up today, you don't need to have the other sets for them to work, do you? Absolutely. That's the beauty of our template libraries. I know a lot of us crafters, and I'm exactly the same, we like to collect everything, but the beauty of our template library is it's a completely standalone system. So of course, if you've got all the different colorways, then you've got the ability to create even more card shapes, even more boxes, envelopes, and so on. But even with just one of these fantastic sort of expansion packs, you can get creating straight out the box. Look at that. That is one of the projects on our red template library. The beauty of that one as well is the fact that it actually folds completely flat for posting, which is just fabulous. The first shape that we're going to be doing in our very first demo is this one as well. Very easy to put together once you've got the template with all the mats and layers included as well, which for me is the absolute game changer with this system. How about triple easel cards as well? How impressive. Look at that. Can you imagine? Talk about a mantelpiece pleaser. And the beauty of this one, once again, is that it folds flat. So many different shapes and sizes of cards, styles of cards within this fantastic template library, your red template library. Once again, that one falls flat for posting. Honestly, these samples are just absolutely incredible. The makes that you guys are going to be putting together at home are going to be equally as beautiful because you've got everything you need included within in that template, instructions as well, pictures and words. You can be creating these straight out of the box as soon as you get this home. Any pattern papers, any style, any colorway you so choose, you're going to love this template library. So I'm so excited to share it with you throughout the course of this 1-hour masterclass. Yeah, and get the comments in. We've got Hayley on the comments today, our social media superstar. Polly Coe's already in from Florida. Jessica Strickett is in from Southern Illinois. Shaz Earl says, hello everyone. Nice to see you back, Ben. I've missed you. Thank you. I missed you guys too. Just been making cards using the split dies and the fold back letter
dies. Beth Hill Bishop says, Beth, watching from North Carolina. Happy Monday to everyone. Laurie's in. Pat's in, saying hello again from a beautiful and cool New Jersey. Zoe Carver's in from West Sussex. Samantha Cheney says, oh, look, I've caught the beginning of a show. Nice one. Whoop. And Vanessa Fuentes says, hello, everyone, from Florida. Keep the hellos coming. Suggested holiday reads as well. And just, I did see an email come through. Thank you to Dawny. He sent an email earlier on holiday in Florida for a month, originally from the UK. Ben, how did your surgery go? You don't look any different.
He's not been yet. It's not been. Give it 5 weeks and he'll look like a whole different man, believe you me. It's
either 4 or 5 weeks on Saturday. That's when I go for the teeth and the BBL. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of the comments on that. Right, template library. Here it comes. It's the red one, number 6. Yes, number 6. £17.99, £21.59. What you are going to get, as you will see, and as you will know, I'm sure by now, is your set of templates, and with that comes your recipe cards as well. What's so lovely about this too? The templates themselves, I mean, we won't dwell on these too much. You'll see these with Lily as she uses them. Not much to look at, but as Lily pointed out, you've got everything there as far as your template is concerned. You've also got in there your mats and layers as well. So I think that's such an important thing to stress, that you have literally got everything. And the lovely thing about this too, it tells you the size that this will flatten to as well, so you can kind of judge for envelopes. Tells you the size of your base sheet of cardstock that you're going to need too. And also, when you've got this system, Lily, you don't need, like if you're just starting off as a newbie, you're going to be making 15 amazing projects, which are going to make you look like an absolute whiz off the bat. But you don't need to have a machine. That's the thing to say with this, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I've actually turned my Gemini 2 machine off, which is quite unusual for me. You know, I love my die cutting, but you do not need a die cutting machine whatsoever to create any single one of these fantastic cards. You can be using your stamps, you can be using your pattern papers, your inky backgrounds, you know, all those ones that we do and we save and we're going to use them a different day. Use them for your mats and layers for this. You can be using all the goodies that you've got in your crafty stash. It's going to be breathing a whole new life into your stash that you've already got just by mixing and matching that card shape. It makes a huge difference to your creations.
And this is the one that Lily just showed here. So for example, your triple twisted easel card is number 3, and all you do literally is you go number 3, you've got your templates here, number 3. These will just simply peel out for you out of your folder, so you can take those out. When you're done, of course, you can pop those back in. And what's brilliant about this, of course, as well, is you've got your picture there, right, so you can refer to that. On the back, of course, you've got your step-by-step instructions here as well, so words and pictures to follow. But if you would rather follow video, then you've got the QR codes there as well, so you can scan those to go to video tutorials for all of the projects in here. And what I love about this as well is the fact that, yes, this is the 6th of our template libraries, if you like, 15 projects. And I love the fact that we've done kind of different projects within each one, i.e. it's not like number 1 was all cards, number 2 was all boxes. We've mixed and matched up in with these, and so you can see in here we've got triangular gift boxes, napkin fold cards. If you're a beginner, this is one that Lily showed you as well at the start, the triple pop-up cube card. If you're a beginner, you're going to be making cards like this straight off the bat. People are going to be so super impressed. But I would also say on the other end of the scale that perhaps if you are someone who's a little bit more experienced when it comes to making your projects, there will be lots and lots of projects, lots of cards in here that perhaps you wouldn't have thought of, that perhaps you haven't made for a while, and I think it's just going to refresh that crafty mojo for you too. So plenty of inspiration. Again, 15 projects in here, and all of the templates to match up with all of, I mean, that one's a stunner, isn't it?
Amazing.
The one at the back there, exploding box, base A, B, you've got the inner pages of that one as well. So you've almost got like a 3-in-1 there, but there's tons in there is what I'm saying. It's easy to do. And I just think whether you're a beginner or you're someone who's been crafting for a while, jump in and grab this collection. And just to stress again, if you've missed out on the other template libraries, you don't need to have those for this to work. It's a complete standalone thing on its own. £17.99 or £21.59. You need this, don't you?
I do.
I'm coming over. I'm delivering it over.
So for our first demonstration, just as we get our template library couriered in, here it is.
There you go.
There we are.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Neon Dreams.
Neon Dreams, there we go. Yeah, he knows his paper pads. So we are going to be recreating this style of card, but of course we're going to be putting our own spin on it, using our own papers, but that's the card style we are going to be creating for this first demonstration. So the way that I work with my template library when I'm crafting at home, maybe my mojo's sort of gone walkabouts a little bit. Maybe I want to sort of mix up the card styles that I'm creating. I want a little bit of inspiration. What I go to first is I go to this fabulous recipe book and I start to have a little look through here as to exactly what I want to create. You can see there you've got your QR code. All you need to do is scan that and it's going to take you to tutorial videos of all of these. Of course, we are including your pictures, we're including your words, but perhaps you prefer to see stuff in video form, then absolutely you've got that option as well. Honestly, we are covering all bases, which is just incredible. You've got the inspiration in there, you can see that beautiful card shape, but then the beauty of the instructions is we don't actually use any pattern papers to create these. We use black and white instead, which makes it really clear and really easy to see exactly what we're creating. That one as well, we're even including the stencil so you can use your glitter paste with that, which I think is absolutely incredible. The range, the breadth and the depth that you've got here of your different card shapes and styles is incredible. Even boxes included. That's going to be amazing maybe for Christmas, for your after dinner mints. Talking of Christmas, it's just around the corner. Yeah, I love a good after dinner mint. I love the ones that you're only allowed after 8. Those are some of my absolute favourites. So those would be perfect little favours for your dinner tables if you so choose. But this one, number 11, is the one that we're going to create for this particular demonstration. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little look at the picture and then I'm going to turn over to my instructions. But at this point, we're going to bring in our lovely big template folder. Now, every single one of these templates is reusable. They are made from a really nice, high quality, strong mylar. So it means if you are drawing around them with pen, I tend to use a pencil, but if you favour using your pens, then of course it will wipe clean, nice and easy. You can see exactly what you've got on there, and the beauty of these is every single part of that stencil, of that template, is labelled. You can see there it's going to tell you what size it's going to flatten to. So if you do have your Ultimate Pro or any of our envelope makers, you know exactly the size envelope you need to actually create for this style card. It's going to tell you how much cardstock you need, which I think is invaluable. Maybe you've only got scraps of cardstock, you're not quite sure if you've got enough, well, you can just refer to that and it will tell you exactly how much card you're going to need. You've got every single inch of this label, so it's going to tell you what's the score line, it's going to tell you the piece and mats and layer, it's going to tell you what's an embellishment. Every single piece there has got a label on it, so you know exactly what you are doing with this fabulous template. Now what we're going to do is going to take some of our multi-purpose white cardstock. 300 GSM with this one means it's going to be ideal for your construction weight, which is what you want for your actual card bases, so they've got a nice bit of strength and rigidity to them. What I always try and do with any of my templates, if I can, if it's got a straight edge, then I'm going to line that up with the edge of my piece of cardstock. All that means is I've got one less edge that I actually need to cut, which is going to make it a little bit easier. Then we're going to take our pencil, holding our template into position. Now, if you're worried, maybe dexterity-wise, in terms of actually holding that template into position, you can, of course, use some tape or magnets if you're working onto like a magnetic mat, or just use some of your stick and spray, but I find it easy enough just to hold that into position while I'm drawing around. Nice sharp pencil is the key for this one, although I know some of you guys at home, and I've still not tried it, but I must get around to trying it.
Oh, heat erasable.
That's the one, heat erasable pens. Yeah, apparently it's brilliant if you want that sort of quick draw around, and then it's nice and easy to get rid of.
I heard the paper crafters put them out of stock for all the soft crafters.
Yes, I bet the soft crafters are cursing us with that one. So what we're going to do at this point is, because we have got a straight edge there, you can of course be going all around the edge using your pair of scissors, but it's actually a lot easier if you go in with your guillotine or your trimmer on that other straight edge. It just means you're going to get a neater finish with this one. With this one all being straight edges, you don't actually even need to take a pair of scissors to this, which I think is fabulous. So let's find that other straight edge, that one parallel to the edge of our cardstock. Let's line that up against the top of our guillotine, and we're just going to trim down and then trim off a little bit more so we are flush with that line, just like so. So let's trim that a little bit off.
Is there a minimum and maximum card weight you'd use for this, or? For
this one, I'd say your maximum, I'd say sort of like your Centura Pearl, about 310 GSM.
Okay.
And with this being your actual card base, I'd say you want to be at least absolute minimum 250 GSM. So your 300 of your multi-purpose is absolutely ideal. Just because we're going to be adding all our embellishments and so on and so forth to this, you want to make sure that it's got plenty of strength to it. You don't want a floppy card. There's nothing.
No, you do not.
So let's just go in with our guillotine. You can use your trim, and I have to say any of the templates within your template libraries that have sort of those internal cut lines, your actual paper trimmer is truly ideal for that. It makes it so much easier. I must say that's probably one of the biggest uses I have for my trimmer. It's a brilliant use for it. So you can see there we've got our card base all sort of cut out and ready to go. Then at this point you're going to pop your template back on. Now you could all do this in one fell swoop if you so choose when you're marking out the edge, but all you're going to do at that point is you're going to mark on your score lines. So you can see there that denotes our score line, and I never mark the whole length of the score line just because there's no need to. It just means you've got more pencil to rub out. I'll just pop a little mark top and bottom, and then I know exactly where I need to score between. So another one there, I can see another one there. Then all you'll do at this point is you'll bring in your scoreboard, whatever scoreboard you so choose. It can be any scoreboard at all. It could be the one on your Ultimate Pro. It could be your Scoremaster, your big score. It doesn't matter. Anything that will give you a score line. Alternatively, if you've not got a scoreboard and you've got one of our craft mats that's got a little bit of give to it, and you've got one of your embossing tools, you can actually use your ruler against that and create your own score lines that way. But all we'll do at this point is we'll bring in our scoreboard, we'll pop our score lines in, and that's going to give us something a little bit like that. So you can see we've got our 4 score lines all good to go. Then it's a case, and all we're doing now is we're just following the instructions. It tells you exactly where we need to fold on those score lines. Super easy to do. You're going to fold in, and then you're going to fold back out like any old gatefold, apart from the fact we've got that lovely diamond shape on both sides. How easy was that to create? Super, super simple, just following that template.
Yeah.
Now for me, one of the absolute game changers when it comes to this fantastic system of all of our template libraries. It's not just about the template. For me, it's about all the mats and layers. In all honesty, I could probably cut that out by hand if I so choose without a template, but to be able to calculate the mats and layers to go on the front, quite frankly, I wouldn't be bothering. That would be difficult enough to do. So to have the template where you've got the templates for all the mats and layers just makes it so much easier, and for me, it's the absolute game changer when it comes to these. So all we've done is we've gone around there, we've drawn around our mats and layers, onto first up some of our silver cardstock. That's from our 12 by 12 inch sparkling silver luxury mixed card pad. I know we've got the bundle of 3 on the show. So you're going to draw around that. And then I've just drawn around exactly the same shape once again. This is the Sheena Bella Luna 12 by 12 pad, but I've just gone slightly inside of that score line to make it a little bit smaller, which means that that's going to fit perfectly onto our silver. So at this point, all we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take our tape pen and we're just going to start to mat and layer all our pieces together. So we've got all our mats and layers all done and good to go, and it's just going to be a case of sticking them together.
Whilst you're sticking, we can say hello to Cheryl and Telsford, who's joined us, saying, Lily, I love your nail colour. Where are we with your nails? I like to try and keep track with everybody, but...
These have been on for a couple of weeks now. I have to say they're due a new colour next week, but they do match with like all my tools, which is quite nice. Matches with the poker tool, matches with the scissors. Team colours, aren't they? Absolutely. Talk about Team Purple. But yeah, I'm due new colour next week, and it'll be the colour that I have on for my birthday. So it's an important pick next week, but I'm not sure what colour to go for. But thank you. Maybe suggest in the comments. Oh yeah, let me know. Let me know what colour to go for. Margaret says, hi both from me. Wow, the sun has come out. And I've got this one. It's brilliant. And just Dawn says, hi lovely Lily, I'm loving your top. Lots of compliments. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've gone matching for only two of the template libraries, the blue and the red. Sorry to all the other colours. I didn't have a top with all the colours on. Can you imagine? That would be some top, that, wouldn't it? It would be quite bright, wouldn't it? I'd certainly be quite literally being a ray of sunshine into the studio. Like Lily in a Technicolor craft top. Lynn says, yes, the heat removal pens are a must for the template library. If they're in stock, which I think they might be back in stock, they are worth grabbing. Cindy says, I missed out on the template library when they came back in stock, but I've just put this one in my basket. I only have one set, and I hope to be able to add more as time goes on. And on that note, Cindy says, Ben, what type of book genre do you like to read? Good question. I quite like whodunits. I'm sort of big into those, like murder mysteries I quite like. I also like, as well, as I was saying earlier on, like autobiographies. I love finding out about people. Are you a massive reader, or did you say I'm not really? It's trying to find the time to do it. I was thinking reading. I have to say I'm too busy crafting or working, so I do love reading, but I don't really get a chance to read anymore. What's your genre if you were going to go to the library? It's probably two main genres for me. First up, autobiographies, same as you. Yeah. Probably because I'm so nosy. I love to learn about other people's lives. Same. And the second up, might surprise you, horror. Horror? Love horror. Stephen King is probably for me my most favourite author of all time.
Well, I never did. Would you rather read a horror book or watch a horror movie?
I'd rather read a horror book, 100%. Yeah, love the Stephen King books. Absolutely brilliant.
I don't think I've ever read a horror. I've seen horror movies. I don't think I've ever read a horror book though.
Oh, I love them.
Is it scarier reading a book?
I think so. I think it depends if you've got quite an active imagination. I think maybe because of being creative and all that sort of thing, you sort of imagine it and you can get right into it. But yeah.
Because you hear that quite a lot. That you know, like with things like Harry Potter, for example, you hear people say, "Oh yeah, well I've watched the movie, but the book's so much better than the actual movie."
I always think, because I'm more of a book lover than I used to be a book lover, but I'm more of a book fan than a film fanatic.
Yeah.
I always think that the books are a lot better because it's down to you a little bit more, isn't it? Because the author's almost giving you the tools, giving you the descriptions and whatnot, but you've sort of got creative license, if you like.
Yeah.
Which I always think is a lot more enjoyable, but I've not read in years.
Oh, well, I never knew that about you. I feel like we learn something new every day.
You certainly do,
It's like whenever I see, it was on the other night actually, I thought, I bet Lily's either recorded that or watched it, the UK's Strongest Man.
Oh, yeah.
That was on, I think, Channel 5. Was it last night or the night before?
One of my faves, yeah. Anyone who's a regular viewer will know Strongman is one of my, after athletics and football, it's probably my third favourite sport.
Is that because, the reason for me, like I don't watch any weightlifting or anything like that, but I just love the Strongman because it just, my parents always used to watch it when I was little.
Yeah.
Like, it was like Jeff Capes and, what was the other chap called? Is it Eddie?
Eddie Hall's a lot later.
Yeah, there was a chap just after Jeff Capes. I'm trying to think of his name now.
Claim to fame though, my old running coach went to school with Jeff Capes.
Really?
Yep. I know, how good is that? Down in Lincolnshire. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I know, all these claim to fames, get me.
When I've got a picture somewhere, my mum will probably drag it out next time I home, of Jeff Capes came to like a charity day that we did in Brixton when I was little. I was in the Cubs at the time, and I got a picture of me sat on Jeff Capes' knee, and it was like the best thing ever. Like Jeff Capes, he was such a big celebrity, wasn't he, back in the day?
Yeah,
Big in more ways than one.
Well, yeah, definitely, yeah. But for me, my memories were always around Christmas time, Christmas and New Year. We'd always have it on. It'd always be me, my sister, and my dad. My mum would sometimes watch a little bit, but it was always us three.
Because it was New Year, wasn't it? The World's Strongest Man, because they never had all of the different competitions back then, did they? It was just the final, wasn't it, that was always on?
Yeah, it was always like, was it either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
Yeah.
And it'd be something to look forward to, because you'd had Christmas, so that was sort of over. And you have that sort of, what do they call it now? Twixmas?
Twixmas, in between times, yeah.
You have that little bit of a slump, but you always knew that was sort of coming up in the next few days. It was always something to look forward to. And then getting a bit older, getting to go and see it live, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah. Well, I was there when Eddie Hall lifted the 500 kilogram. Yeah. I was there in the audience in Leeds. Yeah.
Well, I never did.
It was absolutely incredible. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But yeah, seeing it live, it's incredible on TV. Don't get me wrong, but live, it's absolutely outstanding.
And you don't. It's like when I go and watch the rugby. Like you see how these big guys on the telly, but until you sort of see them up close and personal, like you don't realise actually just how big they are.
I know,
like they are
incredible.
like massive, aren't they?
It's when you see them stood next to, I don't want to say a normal person, that sounds a bit rude.
I know what you mean though.
Someone who doesn't do strongman, and you're like, oh my goodness, they're literally giants.
They're like monsters, aren't they?
It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Anyway, that's enough of strongmen.
Yeah.
I could talk about it all day, but back to the card shape, back to making pretty cards, my other passion. So there we have got our card shape.
From one scale to the other.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's our card base, all matte and layered. Every single template there used for the mattes and layers is part of our template library, literally leaving no stone unturned, which makes it so easy to create this fantastic system. But of course, we need a little bit of decoration for that beautiful card shape. So this is where we bring in some of our dies, which I know we do have over on the shop today. So if you are looking for these, you will find them. These are some of both myself and Debbie Robinson's favourites, our fabulous decorative nesting dies. Here we've gone with the oval, and these are incredible sort of in the way that you can actually use them in lots of different ways. So if we take just the first two largest dies, and I just want to show you why I love these dies so much. So 2 separate dies here out of the 7 that you get in the whole set. So this sort of technique you can repeat with all of them. So if we were to have joined both of these 2 dies together to create one die, that would give us one option. We could create that lovely nesting die with that beautiful butterfly detail around the edge and solid in the middle. Great, but it only gives us one option. But what we've done is we've actually separated the 2. So first up, option number 1, solid oval all on its own. So we can cut that from any coloured cardstock, any finish. Here you can see our lovely glitter card. That gives us option number 1. Option number 2, let's bring in this one die on its own, cut that into your cardstock. That gives you that beautiful cut in detail, like you can see along the background there on the packaging, but there's no outer edge, so that design is going to stay within your cardstock. Option number 3 from just these 2 dies is bring them together, cut those 2 together, and it's going to give you that gorgeous oval with that detail all around the edge, space in the middle, stamp your sentiment or whatever it might be, even a photo into the centre, and you've got that fantastic design there. So that's 3 options from just those 2 dies within the set. That's why we separate all the dies rather than having them as joined together. Each single one is separated. So we've got 7 dies across that set, giving you honestly endless options. I thought at one point, let's try and sit down and see how many options we could get. And then I thought, do you know what? I think it's pretty much endless when it comes to the different ways that you can mix and match the dies together. I think it's incredible because it gives you even more opportunities when it comes to your crafting. But what we've done is we've taken already that largest die, that's solid, we've cut that out of our silver. And then we've taken a selection of the dies from the set to create us this lovely decorative piece here. So we've taken the outer, so we've taken die 1, 2, 3, we've missed that solid one, and then we've taken die number 5 there. And that gives us that gorgeous detail ready to be applied to our matting layer. So we're using that silver piece just as a backer for our beautiful detail that we've cut from our multi-purpose card. So let's bring in our tape pen. So we were saying earlier, of course, you don't have to use your die cutting machine with these, but if you do have dies in your crafty stash, it's just a different way of sort of displaying those dies if you want, displaying those shapes. Rather than just having them on a standard temp fold or side fold card base, you've got the ability to really dress them up with different shapes and sizes and styles of cards, which I absolutely love. Just allowing ourselves to burnish that cardstock a little bit is going to give you that lovely sort of adhesion with your tape pens. They are kind of like heat activated, so it's important that you give those a little burnish. And then we've actually taken one of the smaller solid dies, we've cut that on our own, and we've just added a sentiment into the centre, and that's actually from Craft Kit 55, which I do believe we have on the show, which is our the one that we all love hearing Craig say. It's our Grand Floral Swirls. And it's a beautiful, beautiful craft kit, and I love the sentiment stamps, so I thought, you know what, we'll bring those into play for this demo. That's just going to go into the centre of our card base. We've taken some foam pads to pop on the back, as always. You know what I'm like for adding tons and tons of foam pads to all my makes for that little bit of dimension. But that's just going to sit into the centre, just like so. And then just for a little bit, extra little bit of je ne sais quoi, as they say, onto the front, we're going to bring in some of our butterflies, die cut beautifully from that silver glitter card. And these ones are from that gorgeous butterfly kaleidoscope that we brought to you probably longer ago than I'm going to say. I want to say a few months, but it was probably a lot longer. You know,
I think it was.
Time just flies by, doesn't it? It's scary that we're looking at July in a few weeks.
Oh,
Goodness
don't.
gracious.
Don't.
Scary.
I was saying to Johnny earlier on, actually, June the 21st is the longest day, isn't it?
I know.
Then we're going to be starting getting darker at nights again.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, over halfway through the year. Where is
crazy, isn't
gone?
it?
It's very, very scary. Absolutely it is. But a little bit of a finishing touch. And talking of July, I've been working on Christmas yesterday at home.
Have you actually?
Samples for Christmas, yeah. Oh, it could be here before we know it. But the exciting thing is we've got some amazing collections coming. But you could be using those new collections or old collections or collections that you've already got in your crafty stash with these card shapes just to jazz them up a little bit. How funky is that? But that was super easy to put together using your template number 11 from that fantastic red template library.
It is a brilliant, brilliant system, as Lily's described. And listen, if you've already got the other template libraries and you need this to complete the set, then it's a no-brainer, isn't it? You're going for it. If you've seen this for the first time, just appreciate again how simple it is to use, and you don't need to have previous craft experience with this. This is a set that you can pick up really inexpensively, make 15 projects with it, and of course you don't need much else on top of that to be able to use it. You certainly don't need to be buying a machine at this point. And read the comments, read what everybody else is saying in the comments about this collection. Hayley's just telling me on the socials, lots of recommendations coming through. Carrie's saying, I've used my template library this weekend. Really helped me make a super easy card. And Cindy just saying she's just picked this one up as well. If you do want to go for the decorative nesting dies that Lily was just using during the demo there too, you can pick these up. 6-piece collection for you. And as Lily said, great thing about these is you get all of the different shapes and sizes. And of course, the fact that you can really go to town with these. You've got the different sizes. You can use these as your mats and layers, use these to nest. And of course, you've got the detailed design here as well. So you can add that detail into your nesting dies as well. So all of these are included within the set. I really like the hearts actually. Very, very pretty. I love the fact that you can then, if you just want the heart on its own without the detail in, of course you can do that. If you want to add the detail, you can. So many different ways to be able to use them. When you think you're getting the 6 sets, so you get 7 dies per set. The star's really cute. You've got the circles in there too. Plus you have got the ovals. And then lastly what was the name of that? Squoval.
Squoval. Same as my nails.
Yes.
Squoval. It's not a square.
No.
It's not rounded. It's halfway between the two. It's a squoval.
Squirvel.
Squirvel.
$34.40 is your platinum price on those, or $42.40 if you're shopping in the US and you are a platinum member. Thank you for the recommendations coming through as well as far as books are concerned. Hilary says, I would recommend anything by Bernard Cornwell. He is amazing. Or Richard Osman would make a good holiday read. Yeah, Leanne was talking earlier on about the Thursday night, what's it called? Thursday Murder Club. I think I might get one of Richard Osman's books, actually. Stephen King books are great, says Beth Metzger. So, yeah.
Agreed.
Margaret Birch says, Brian Cox, the actor, is a good autobiography, Ben. Thank you. I'll have a look. And Cindy says, Ben, a good author to read is Robert Parker, mystery books featuring Spencer, based in Boston. Okay, keep these coming in. I shall have a look and pick some. I'll tell you what, we'll come back and read some more comments in just a few moments. Remember, it's only an hour, so we've got about 25 minutes left on the show. One more demo to come with this collection. Anything else you want to ask Lily as far as the template library is concerned, or any crafting conundrums, feel free to fire them in, because that's what masterclasses are all about. And we will meet you back here in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for the comments coming through. Cindy says nesting dies. The nesting dies are so versatile, you can't have enough of them. And Stephanie says a good place to keep the decorative nesting dies would be in the layout collection or the template library. Yes, I hears you. And a quick question from Lynn Morton says, can anyone help? I've got ink on the inside of my just made card. It cannot be hidden. Can I remove it? I think you must be able to hide it, surely.
I would have thought, if it's on the inside, I would have thought maybe stick an insert in. That would be my best.
Yeah.
Best thing. Otherwise, if it's on the inside, what I would do is I would take your card, I'd cut it in half down the middle.
Yeah.
So then you're going to use the front of your card, your card front, stick it to another card base, and you should be good to go. But it's the worst. We've all been there. Inky fingers. You've been having a whale of a time creating your card. You go to open it, you've not cleaned your fingers, inky fingerprints everywhere. Don't worry, Lynn. We've all been there. But hopefully insert or take the front off onto a new card base, and hopefully that'll sort you out.
And I feel like that is also a fix if you ever make a back to front card as well, then, isn't it? Like or an Australian card.
Yeah, absolutely. Just take the front off, new card base, you're good to go.
There you go. Always ways around it, you see, especially when you ask the questions to our guys, they'll always think of a helpful solution for you. We've got about 20 minutes left. Don't forget, today is your opportunity to get yourself a free pen. Basically, spend 10, get a pen. All you have to do is pop some items into your basket. I don't know which of the 5 you might get. I think actually there's more colours. Oh, right, okay. So you could get one of these colours. You could get a completely different one. But make sure you do that today. And keep the comments coming through. In the next 20 minutes, we will be finding out who is the winner of our glue pen set in this show. But with that little time to go, I reckon we should probably do the final demo.
Yeah, so let's squeeze one more in this 1 hour masterclass. We always say 2 hours goes faster, let alone 1 hour.
I know, flies over, doesn't it?
Flies by, absolutely it does. So, do you know what, when I first opened up my template library, the red one, when I got this one home and I saw that card, that was the very first card I actually created from this template library. It's just gorgeous. It's what I'm going to create for this second demonstration. So you've got your gorgeous inspiration there on the front. You open up your template library and you've got all your step-by-step instructions there on the inside. So at that point, all you're going to do is you're going to bring in your template section here. You're going to see number 1, it's what we call our fold flat tent card. Blimey me, get your teeth around that one at this time at night. I've said that once, I will not be saying it again, just in case. And you can see here, you've got the template with all of your markings on there. You've got it telling you exactly what size it flattens to, so what size envelope you're going to need for this style of card, how much card you're going to need for the card base, how much card you'll need for your mats and layers as well. And it even tells you, and I think this is absolutely genius for this particular template, and it's the same on lots of the other templates as well. It tells you what score lines, not just that they're a score line, but what sort of way you need to fold them. So valley fold, all we mean by a valley fold is it sort of goes down like that, a V shape like a valley, and a mountain fold is just the opposite. It goes upwards like a mountain. It's as simple as that. Shows you as well your mats and layers. You've even got some decorative mats and layers on this one as well. It is absolutely fabulous, and it tells you which piece you need to glue, which is going to be super useful. So same as we did for our last template, here we're actually using some of this beautiful A3 pastel Centura pearl in that gorgeous baby pink. We're going to turn that over, and you can see here we've got 2 straight edges, so we can line those 2 straight edges up with 2 straight edges on our cardstock. Then all you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil, you're going to draw all around that outer edge, that outer perimeter of your template, and then you're just going to mark your score lines top and bottom. No need to mark all the way along there, it just means you've got to rub out more pencil or erase more pen if you're using your heat erasable pens, but just go in and mark those. And at that point you're going to cut around it or use your guillotine or trimmer for different sections if you find that a little bit easier. And then once you've done that, you're going to pop your score lines in, same technique as we did for that first card, and you're going to end up with something that looks, let's be honest, a little bit strange like that. You're going to look at that and you're going to think, okay, trust the template, trust the template. Oh,
Trust the template.
Trust the template. Get your teeth in line. It's not even 6 o'clock yet, and my words have already gone. I'll be sat in a room in silence this evening. That is for certain. Oh dear. Right.
To be fair, you have done a day's work already, though. You know.
This is true. This is very true. Yes, the words are not doing so well tonight, but all you need to do is you'll be popping your glue onto that tab there. It even told us that on the template. You'll line that up and that creates our gorgeous card shape, but it's always a lot easier to actually decorate this while it's flat, so we're not going to glue that together just yet. We'll leave that to one side for a moment. And this is where we have brought back our template. We've brought back all those mats and layers, we've drawn around those onto our cardstock, and we've created 2 of the same. So what these are is, this is an absolutely beautiful paper pad. I got a little bit obsessed with this one, I have to say, when we launched it. It was a few years ago now. It was Everyday Inspiration. It was one of our Year of Craft boxes. Yeah. Where you got your solids and you got your pattern papers.
Oh, yeah.
You guys at home, you might have this one. It's absolutely beautiful. You might remember it as well, but it's gorgeous with all those florals. And then we've taken some of our gold sort of pearly cardstock that's part of the 12 by 12 glittering gold luxury mixed card pad. So it's kind of like the companion to the silver one that we used in our first demo. And we're just going to mat and layer our pattern onto our gold to give us that lovely border of that metallic card all around the edge. So just centralising that using my Collal all-purpose, it's going to give you that little bit of wiggle room to make sure you've got that nice and central. And you can see it's absolutely perfect there with the mats and layers, thanks to that amazing template. So those are our 2 mats and layers. Just while they're drying, let's bring in our decoration. And for this, we're actually going to use that amazing All About You set, where you've got your stamps, you have got your dies as well. You even got card bases, twine, cardstock, all sorts included in that amazing kit. Now we've got that on the website on a fantastic price. It's called All About You, and it goes with the original sort of compendium that we brought with all your banner dies. So that is where we've taken our sentiment from. We've die cut the love from gold cardstock and from that lovely Centura pearl that we used to actually create the card base. And we're going to drop shadow that together.
Nice.
Totally up to you what sort of decoration you do for these cards. We are literally just providing you with all of the tools, all of the templates, all the mats and layers. However you choose to decorate them is completely your choice. It doesn't matter what your crafty style is whatsoever, and that's the brilliant thing about the template library. It's just going to fit perfectly into your craft stash, no matter whether you're into die cutting, maybe you like your stamping, maybe even like your mixed media, and you just want to sort of vary up your card bases. This is going to work for absolutely everyone, and I think that's why it's been so popular. Just makes it super, super easy. It's a complete leveler as well. It doesn't matter whether you're into your measuring, whether you're into your construction. Maybe you find it difficult to sort of work out all the measurements of stepper cards, of different size cards, easel cards, triple easel cards. If you find that a little bit daunting, a little bit confusing, then we've done all that hard work for you, and it just makes it super simple to get incredible finished results, even if it's just day one of your crafting journey, and I think that's just incredible.
And like you say, for someone like you, who does a lot of crafting, it must be lovely to have, even if it's just the red template library, but it must be lovely to have a set like this where if the crafty mojo does go, then you've got this to turn to. And also, I'm not being funny, there must be loads of projects in these template libraries that you've looked at and gone, oh, I never thought of making a card like that before, or oh, I wouldn't even know how to kind of go about making that without something like the template library.
Absolutely, and it's like a one-stop shop as well. If I'm thinking, I'm struggling, I'm not quite sure what sort of card shape I want to create, I know exactly where to go. I know to go to this template library.
Yeah.
Just have a little flick through, and I find it really inspirational to look at all those different card shapes, looking at all those images, and then just decide on which one you're going to create. And I find it such a good sort of mojo buster for...
Mojo buster,
mojo
love
buster,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever your mojo's down, I always think, and I've said it for years and years, just vary up your card shape, and that will give you that sort of little spark of creativity. I think we all get stuck in a little bit of a rut when it comes to our card shapes. We've all got our go-tos. Maybe it's an easel card, maybe it's a 6x6 temp fold, maybe it's a gatefold. Just by varying up your card style, it really does give you that little bit of inspiration, that little point of difference in your crafting. Maybe you're getting a little bit bored of the card shapes that you're doing. This is just going to vary things up a little bit. And I always think variety is brilliant in your crafting. It just allows you to try something a little bit different, which I think is incredible. So we're going to line up our two tabs there. We knew exactly where to glue because it was already marked for us on the template. We're just going to give that glue a second to grab. We'll definitely recommend for you guys at home when you've got a little bit more time to go in with your red liner tape. That's a super strong adhesive for your construction. But you can see there we have got our card shape, and it will fold flat for posting as well, with our mats and layers all on there. Now you could be decorating all sides of this, it's completely up to you, but just for speed we're going to decorate just the one with the lovely elements from that All About You kit, which is still over on the website. I think it's about 50% same you get on that, which is incredible. If you need some new sentiments in your life, if you like that idea of mixing and matching both stamp sentiments and your die cut sentiments, then that's going to be the one to go for you guys at home for certain. So we've got our love with our dotty tape pen onto the back, drop shadowed with that gold and with your pink as well. We've stamped our scent with, we've got that on a cute little banner, and that's just going to go above that. So let's get some of our tape onto the back of there. So we've got our scent with love. I might just tuck that behind, I think that looks quite sweet like that. Quite like that. And then we've got our hearts that we've actually die cut from those fabulous decorative nesting dies. This is a heart die set. I think this one might be my favourite, but then you know what I'm like for saying that about all of the die sets, or they're all my favourite.
Depends which one you're using at the time sometimes, doesn't it?
We've taught him well, yeah. Whatever I've just used, whatever die set, whatever pen colour, whatever ink it might be, whichever one I've just used, that does have a habit of being my favourite.
Well, Sherlan Telsford says, okay, you win. I've just got the template library. Woohoo! You will not regret it.
Absolutely,
you will not regret it. Angela Park says, always love to see you crafting, Lily. Well, that's a good job because you're back in tomorrow as well, aren't you?
I certainly am.
Another
I'm excited
masterclass
about tomorrow. Yeah, I've got another masterclass, but it's a masterclass with a twist because we've actually got something that's brand new to Crafters TV. I've still got to prep my demos, so that's going to be me tonight. But I'm very excited about it because we've got our next instalment in our craft club. And this one is all about your watercolour techniques. So if ever you've looked at our tricolour aquas, all the inky pen techniques we do with our aquas on the shows, and you thought, you know what, I'd like to give that a go, but I'm not quite sure where to start. I'm going to have to buy stamps, I'm going to have to buy a card, well, I need to buy the pens as well, ink pads, and all the rest of it. We have put it all into one kit, and that is coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. So I hope you can join me for that one. But of course, you could be decorating these card shapes using the items from those kits as well. The beauty of this system, of your template library system, is you can use whatever you so choose to decorate these card shapes, using some of your sentiments, using some of those decorative nesting dies as well. How pretty does that look? But you've seen how easy that is to create, and it's all down to that incredible red template library.
And that's the point again, isn't it? Like really quick, really simple, really incredible. And let's just think about this for a second, right? So if you are fairly new, maybe you've just been watching this for a while, if you haven't got a machine, let's just say, and you're just starting off, you buy the template library. All you really need on top of that then is, like, obviously you're going to need some cardstock. Maybe have a look on the website, choose some of your favourite papers for decoration. Obviously you'll need your adhesives, you know, obviously something to cut with. But you don't need a lot of stuff. You don't need to go to huge expense to be able to make loads of fantastic cards. And again, if you're thinking about sentiments maybe to put on these projects, take a look at some of the deals that we had earlier on the Global Clearance Show. We had the, was it the Ultimate Verse Compendium Love and Romance collection? We had a sentiment collection for you a little bit earlier on. But there's plenty there for you where you can, you know, build up really inexpensively collections where you can get crafting even as a complete newbie, as a complete beginner, and create projects just like that. Create projects like that cube card that we saw a little bit earlier on. it's really, really accessible, and that's the great thing I think about a lot of the stuff that we bring you here on Crafters TV is that we try and make crafting accessible for everybody. Comments coming through from Margaret, who says, I use hook and loop on my cards, works great together. And Fred says, I just love all the CC stuff, the boxes, library layouts, compendiums, etc., etc. I know you've still got the templates over there, but just to reiterate, you can buy this as a one-off, right? You don't need to have the other collections. You can literally just grab this today. And here you go. Oh, thank you. Oh, my delivery's just arrived.
Like magic.
Thank you so much. You can grab this today. You don't need the other sets, which is amazing if you have just seen this for the first time. And look, all the templates are included in here for you. And I think it's like what you said as well, which is brilliant. All listed here. Match it up with the numbers that you've got in your recipe cards. But how nice that we're not just bringing you templates. You've got all your mats and layers in there as well. And it tells you all the different types of fold that you need. Mountain fold, valley fold. Tells you the size of your card base that you need. And also, which I think is really nice, tells you the size that it's going to approximately flatten to as well. So if you want to create your envelopes and whatnot, you can. But just to show you some of the projects that you can be making. I really like this one. I kind of think that would look quite nice, maybe with some like photos on there as well, like a little
lovely.
family photos on there. And we obviously suggesting here the kind of colours that you could be using, but it's entirely up to you. If you love this project here, for example, which is your accordion card, that's obviously with the plaid pads, isn't it? But you can take in and use whatever you like. And the QR code, is it Craig on this one or is it Leanne?
Yeah, Craig does every single one of these different templates step by step. So it's not a case of he does one or he does two. He does every single one of those. So you've got that video for each and every single one of those templates. So if you're looking at the instructions and you can't quite follow along, maybe you're struggling a little bit, just go along, watch those videos and you'll find it super, super easy. Honestly, we could not make it more simple. I think it's just absolutely incredible.
I'll just show you a few more of these. I think it's nice to be able to look through as well. That's rather cute. Folding heart.
Yeah, I have to say I would look at that. There's no way I could do that by hand. Not a chance. I wouldn't even have a clue where to start. So the fact that you've got it in template form is incredible. And the mats and layers as well, which like I keep saying is a complete and utter game changer. Just
trying to find it, and it's all done from that one there. There it is.
Wow.
There's that template. Again, shows you where your score lines are, gives you all of your mats and layers there again as well. And from that to this, incredible. I just think it's incredible. And again, if you need that extra kind of help, as it were, you simply scan that QR code and it will give you access to all of that tuition. Gift boxes again in here as well. What did you say you were going to put in that earlier on?
After dinner mints.
That was it.
The ones that you can only eat after 8 p.m.
I have not had, I feel like I'm on a trip down memory lane here. I've not had an after 8 mint in blooming years.
Do you know what? Neither have I. And they're ones we always had them on Christmas. You knew you'd always have one on Christmas. And our parents would literally make us wait till gone 8 o'clock. Yeah. You'd be there, clock watching at 7:59. No, can't have one yet. 8 o'clock, yay! The after dinner mints are out. I love them. Yeah. I love mint chocolate.
They all came in their own little sleeve, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. That was luxury. Absolute luxury. Oh, Nicola, triggering thoughts there. The people who put, and Nicola's dad and my dad did it as well. Maybe it's a dad thing, maybe Ben does it. Putting the empty sleeves back in the box. And you go and you're like, gonna have myself a cheeky after 8, gonna have it. You pick it up. There's not in there. No. Nothing worse. It's the same. I don't know if anybody else at home does.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go. This is triggering these memories here. Big tub of chocolates or box of chocolates.
Oh, yeah.
The ones in the foil wrappers.
Yeah, put the wrappers back in the box.
Put the wrappers back in the box.
Just put them in the bin.
Put them in the bin. Put them in the bin. Because people go in, looking forward to a chocolate, they can see the colour inside the box. Go to pick it out, and it's a bit of rubbish. Sometimes when it's one of the toffees as well, there's a little bit of stickiness inside as well. There's nothing worse. Don't do it. Kids at home, if you're watching, don't do it. You've been warned.
The waggy finger was going to come out there.
Just about, yeah.
Anyway, after dinner mints in there, absolutely. I just felt very grown up when I got offered one of those.
I know, yeah. Something about mint chocolate, I always think that's quite grown up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I obviously thought I was very grown up because my favourite ice cream flavour as a child was mint chocolate.
Same.
Even weirder, my sister's was rum and raisin.
Oh no, that was my nan's favourite rum and raisin.
Yeah. Like small child, my favourite ice cream, rum and raisin. No, mint chocolate, love it. Yeah.
Napkin fold card you got in here.
Any triggering thoughts on napkins? Anybody?
Back in my day, people who folded napkins, funnily. Yeah. This is, again, a bit of a showstopper card. One of Debbie Robinson's favourites, the old cube card, isn't it?
Yeah, that one and the TP card are two Debbie Robinson specials. She loves one of them. They're amazing as well if you make a new baby cards with like the number and letter blocks, like your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s on there. That looks really cool if you decorate them like that.
Little pillow gift boxes. Again, you've got those in 2 different sizes. You've got the Diamond Gatefold card. That's a really cute card as well, a pinwheel card. But there's loads in there, right? Absolutely lots to be looking at, lots to be getting excited about if you pick this up. Ruth's just messaging. There's one more thing I want to show you before we finish the show. She's just saying, you know the card you've just made? She says, how does that card fold flat?
It folds flat and it goes into your envelope just like that. As long as you make sure that you glue on the tabs where it says that the glue tab needs to go on there. So you've got everything on there and it will fold flat and it will go into a standard envelope, but you'll pop it out and it will look just as 3D once you've had it flat in that envelope. But just make sure you fold the template. There is that part of the template that tells you where to glue it, and then you'll be good to be able to flatten this to go into your envelope.
$17.99, $21.59 for the red template library. Very, very quickly, if you're looking for a way, again, these are called like seasonal creator card dies and stamps. However, I think these would be a nice, again, addition to maybe go with a template library, because a great way for you to be able to decorate up your projects as well and create a card by name. But actually, just a lovely stamp and die set for you to be able to put a stamp and die sentiment on your project with the decoration as well. £30.40 platinum price here, or $40, so you're saving $11.95, $14.75, and then of course you've got your discount on top of that. If you're a platinum member, that is your price at the bottom of the screen. So you've got your heartfelt thanks, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Then you've got your happy birthday. Again, quite nice that they all come with their own little die, so you can make your own little floral accompaniments to these as well. Happy birthday. Hope it's the best yet. You've got with love always, with love always, with love now and always. Not with love always, now and always, just with love now and always. You've got your many congrats, which is my favourite in the set. Bit of a sucker for bunting. I do love some bunting. I like the stars in there as well. Many congrats, you did it. And lastly, you have got the special friend, You're Loved. All of those, so it's 41 dice, 5 stamps in total for just $30, $40 or $40. Thank you everybody for the comments coming through. Final one from Stephanie, who says, I've been trying to figure out what kind of card for my grandson. He's moving up from grade school to middle school. Love this. Finally, a light bulb went off listening to the show. A stepper card, of course, because he's stepping up.
Oh, that's clever. I love that.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for all the comments. As we've mentioned today, with it being National Ballpoint Pen Day, we've been giving you a pen when you spend 10. We've also been giving away glue pen sets, and the winner in this show for her comment is Beth Metzer. Congratulations to you. You've won yourself your glue pens. Send us a message and we'll get these out to you. CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk. We are pretty much done. So tomorrow, Craigle Bagel is here for Wake Up Call. Don't forget, that is back midday. He's also here for the end of the day tomorrow, which is launch party. In between times, it's you and I, isn't it?
It certainly is, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Coming up at 2 p.m, we've got the CTV launch of our Craft Club #3. It's all about your aqua pen techniques. I'm very excited. I'm off home in a few moments to get that one prepped. So lots of different techniques to share with you guys. It's incredible, especially if you got the gilding one last week. Then make sure you tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a fun day. It's the Lilly sandwich. Craig is the bread. I am the filling. And Ben's just here all day. So I hope you can join us tomorrow. It's going to be another fun day here on Crafters TV.
You're the
Filling.
The filling. Craig's the bread, and the bag of crisps.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? The bit on the side, as it were.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on. Check out all the deals on the website. Don't forget, Global Clearance finishes today. And make sure you get your pens when you spend 10. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, happy Monday. Bye. you.